Aaron, you're opening up the video.
Lazy Podcast, Andre, Jody. We're gonna be watching,
Oh my god.
talking about I Parry everything. I don't know where to start with this. I don't know. Nigga sucks at
What?
pretty much everything. All right, he
Oh
he
my
does suck.
god.
Right, he's bad. He's bad at like magic. He's bad at healing. He's bad at being a warrior. He's bad at being a hunter. He's bad at being a mercenary. He literally went to school for like all the major professions. He just sucks. He's just bad. He actually just like he didn't fail. He didn't fail the schools or anything, dude. Like he just sucked. He was there for the whole duration, the whole like 6 month period or whatever, 2 year period or whatever. And they're like, "Yo, bro, you got the work ethic, but you just suck." So yeah, it's yeah.
Damn.
So the only thing he's good at is parrying things. This man parries everything. That's just like the title.
That's crazy. So, real quick, Mr. Drizzy, give us a synopsis of what this anime is and what it entails.
I'm not gonna lie, Aaron just gave a really good synopsis. It's the casual stuff. Normal anime trope where, fantasy world or, whatever you want to call it, middle-aged world where main character isn't really good. It either goes it's always one of two ways. The dude's OP or he's not that good. And this tends to be on the latter half of that spectrum. Dad died, mom died. They actually, you actually get to see her a little bit of that backstory. And he's left by himself to kind of take care of the animals and all that stuff like that. Take care of the house. He finds the resolve. I forgot whose book was it. Did he find his dad's book?
He found
Aaron?
like an adventuring storybook or whatever that his dad had used to read him once upon a time, and then he, got
Yeah,
locked into that. And he's like, "I'm gonna be an adventurer."
yeah. And he went and
He
trained
sucks.
and fucking.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, he sucks.
Just like that.
It is what it is, right?
Okay. Well, what do we think about Mr. Noor as a main character? Because for me, all right, so this is one of those stories where like the character is kind of OP in some ways, but doesn't realize it, and it's that kind of stuff is funny for a while. But my concern is that it gets stale, and then you kind of end up falling off, because you can only do so much with that kind of trope. Unlike Eminence of Shadow or One Punch Man, where they know they're OP and they're kind of like going like around that whole topic in a very comedic way. Whereas this guy, it's the same thing. It's like he killed a cow or he killed a minotaur and called it a cow with an axe. And so he's just like he's just kind of dumb.
No, he
You know
dumb
what I mean?
as rocks. It's impressive, but he's also been like sheltered in like he's really dead. It's actually impressive. But like he's also been like sheltered in the mountains for like his first like 40 years of life. Like in the last
Right. Well, that's the thing though.
Yeah,
Okay,
like in the last episode, he was like, "Yo, I get to finally fight some goblins." This nigga fights like this actual like 20-foot like goblin emperor. He's like, "Man, emperors be." He's like, "Bro, like people actually be killing these? That's crazy." Because it's supposed to be like the weakest of the weak, like mobs and shit. But he doesn't have he doesn't understand that what he fights isn't normal.
Yeah, he's just pretty much he's answering like viewer questions. That if this is like somebody's like first of this type of anime, it's kind of like when he says stuff like that. It's kind of like I forgot what that's called. Do you know what that's called in like literature when the person is basically saying what like the viewer might want to say or something like that?
Uh,
You know the term I'm talking
um,
about. There's a term for it.
are you talking about? Are you talking about like breaking the fourth wall?
I don't think that's it.
It's like not necessarily breaking the fourth wall, but it's acknowledging what you might be thinking in your head, what the viewer might be, thinking in their head when they watch it. I forgot what that
Yeah,
term is
I don't think
called.
they
It's
want to
just
hang around and hear a language arts
yeah,
breakdown.
yeah. Well, yeah.
You talking about
But
this
you know
show?
what I'm talking. You
Yeah, I
know what I'm
got
talking
you.
about, though. Me personally, as a main character, he's very bland, and I think this is just because coming off of Wistoria. And I think this is
That's true.
just yeah. I think it might just be a me thing because I don't want to I'm not saying that he is bland in general, but just
Now you got it right.
from the last MC that we, yeah, he's
He
just
kind of
pretty
sucks, bro.
bland.
I'm
Um,
real too. It's not even just his like skills, abilities, and like he's just a very boring MC. He doesn't really want anything. He's just kind of chilling. Like I don't know. He's just very uninteresting MC.
I guess emotionally, you know, I can kind of connect to the fact that like, fuck, man, your parents died, like fuck, but I hate that. You know what I mean? I hate when that has to happen to like a MC. But it's just that's about it. His character design is pretty bland, and yeah, I just to me this just kind of it's falling into the same category. It's like a tier above. I got reincarnated as a fucking coke machine. You know what I mean?
That shit is the worst shit I have ever seen.
Hey,
It's
man.
trending towards that, where it's just ridiculous. Like I got reincarnated as a fucking fridge. Yeah, it's trending towards that, but not necessarily. Like it's like a tier above that. It's like,
I
all
don't
right, character
know.
that can parry. All right.
I don't know. I think the Coke machine or vending machine, whatever the hell, I think that's a little bit more entertaining because like you already know, you already know what you're gonna get into. Like when you read a title that says I became a Coke machine, you're like, ain't no fucking way. What is this? So you already go in there with the like mindset of like, oh, this is like I can't take this serious. This is like just some funny shit, you know. Whereas this is like it sounds like the title itself, which I know Aaron loves long titles.
That shit's dumb.
Um, it doesn't tell me that it's going to be like a comedy or anything. It tells me like, oh, this guy can parry a bunch of shit. But then I don't know. It's just it's more stale to me than the Coke machine because that to me that's more outrageous.
You know what? There was some substance. They found a way to make that motherfucking vending machine interesting. He was giving
Exactly.
snacks that would boost their fucking HP and all this other shit.
Exactly.
Like, you know what?
Whereas this guy, he can just parry all the kind of shit, and it's like he's kind of OP, but he doesn't admit it or he doesn't realize it, you know. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of funny for like probably 2 episodes, but I don't see myself honestly like watching the rest of it because I can just kind of see that dynamic grow stale over time.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
gonna lie. This is not just kind of agreeing with you, man. This is not anime for me. Somebody might love it, so just if you love it, awesome. That's
and,
awesome. It's
and
just not for me.
just a disclaimer, if you read the manga, like volume 2, volume 3, like he stays the same. Like there's no growth in there. Like
You're an ass.
he's
He's
still
spoiling.
he's still fucking people up, but he just it's still that same like it's still that same I'm not strong dynamic and shit, you know. So I'm just letting y'all know. But you're welcome to read it, you know, because there's some voracious readers out there. But enough of the main character. Time for Waifu Window, where we talk about the waifus of the anime.
I think this is specifically for you.
This is
Nah, I
for
want no
me, and
parts of
I'm
this.
just here to talk for me. And we're gonna talk about Ines. And the only reason why we're talking about Ines is because she looks like Ruler from Fate Apocrypha. That's it. That's all I can say about this situation. Thank you for coming to Waifu Window with Jody Cruz. Hell yeah. But anyways, back to the fucking anime. That's kind of
Hey,
eh.
Aaron, find like a Rule 34 pic of her and just
Why
throw it
the
on
fuck
screen.
would I do that? What?
Because
That shit.
and the reason why I bring my
No, I'm
bad,
just
go
saying
ahead.
that shit gets flagged immediately. Like hello. There's no way that's a good idea.
No, it don't gotta be. It doesn't have to be super
What
hardcore,
do
but
you mean? What do you think is
you
on
know how
Rule
they have.
34?
You know how they have the ones that are like it's a bikini or something like that. Throw it up there for George, like crop George's, his PNG next to it
Hey man, don't get mad
for
at me
like a
because
wedding.
I get
Bro,
PNG
go
cheeks.
next.
But anyways, the no the reason why I brought her up is because she's the only one that kind of caught my attention for that sole fucking reason. I can't find a single character in this anime that kind of caught me. You know what I mean?
Because this shit
Facts.
sucks. The anime is very mid. Let's give it a buck here. I'm trying to parry this anime off my fucking radar. I, I I'm
I'm not
dropping
gonna lie.
this.
There was a lot of hype for this anime, and I'm just you got it, bro.
Immensely
All right. Well,
disappointed.
let's at least talk about the OCN and animation. How did y'all feel about those two things?
Animation's good, I guess. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but man, I guess it's not like awful. Uh, OST, I don't know. There's nothing like memorable about it, about the anime in general, in my opinion.
In the words of Aaron, sigh.
Nah, it just sucks. It's not even high. It's just mid, bro.
I was talking about the anime. I was talking about the animation.
Yeah, yeah. Animation's high. Yeah, you're right.
I heard a little bit of the OST and it didn't catch for me.
It didn't
No,
catch at all.
Yeah.
It didn't. I'm sorry. As a musician, I was hoping that would be like the
Nothing.
one thing that saved it. It's like it's okay. Honestly, if anything, the soundtrack is probably the best thing out of it for me. I enjoyed the soundtrack a little bit.
Yeah, like
Even
the
especially
music inside of the.
Yeah, especially like
Yeah.
the little whenever they're just like having the conversations and stuff, and that kind of like cheeky soundtrack just plays in the background. Um, I like that shit. But other than that, and this is really all I got to say about this anime. It's so mid that I didn't even watch it. I had to watch a review on it to talk
Oh
about it,
my god.
and I'll leave it
No
at
way.
that. Jody Cruz out.
No. I felt like he just crushed the validity of the episode.
I mean, I've already kind of made up my mind about the episode, about the Seal series.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was so mid. I stopped like episode 3. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, I skimmed
And
through it. I'll
then
be
and
honest
then I
with you.
watched like scenes like past that, but that was it was like all right, bro.
Listen, man, I skimmed through it through the episodes. Like that's what I meant by I didn't watch it. Like I just kind of got lost and I was like, all right, let me get to the action spots. And then I literally pressed the right arrow key because it just didn't capture me. So I
You
was
watched
like,
it on like 2 times speed or something.
shit, I 8 times speed, honestly.
Bro,
Um,
that
and then what?
I
What?
was like, bro, it'd be one thing if this anime actually had like good like fights. It really doesn't.
It
It's
really
just
doesn't.
not. It's not even good fights.
Yeah, like the best fight I can remember was the dude. He was fighting the dude with the spear, right?
That well, if you want to call that a fight, that nigga was just tap dancing. He
Yeah,
wouldn't even. He's like, man, this guy's really not going fast at all, bro. He's trying to be nice, man. He's like, hey, man,
he's
you
like,
can
I can
you can
handle
speed up.
more.
This nigga's giving it
All
all,
right,
bro. Like, he's over here sweating,
I'm like all
coughing up
right,
blood,
bro.
bro. He's like, yeah, man, stop holding back, bro. I can take it. Most infuriating
Yeah.
shit ever.
Uh,
But even with the last fight,
I mean, I
that
don't
shit
know.
was like we was fighting the Goblin Emperor. I
Hmm.
expected him to start being like really OP, but like he was getting worked over by that damn goblin. He had a 2v1 the goblin, bro. He was like, yo, told Shorty hit him with like wind blast or whatever, just so he could do a little cartwheel in the air and cut him. Like, bro, without her, you would have lost. Like, you're not even good OP, bro. Like, you just suck. Like, you just
do you think there's do you think there's an aspect of us just being impatient a little bit because we've seen so many anime? Do you think there's
No,
just like
No,
no?
I
no,
think when
no,
something's dog
because
shit 4 episodes in, I think it's pretty dog shit, pretty
yeah,
consistently. It's nice. I don't think it
yeah.
changes.
Like if it's great, it'll catch your attention.
Yeah.
People can say a song's good. If you listen to it or read the lyrics, but it's like, I mean, if it doesn't catch you, within the first, especially nowadays with media, which kind of sucks. If it doesn't catch you within like the first episode, 5 episodes is being gracious as fuck. But if it doesn't catch you in the first episode, like it's really tough. It's really tough to get into it. Which honestly, I'll be honest with you, Black Clover was lucky
Black Clover was lucky as
for
fuck
me, lucky as
because
fuck.
that
Because
was
the first
Yeah,
episodes,
it was lucky it
no,
had a good fucking concept, man.
no, it did not
the
really.
concept's kind of
It's
whatever.
like
No,
it's
well, the grimoires at the time that shit had came out, the grimoires were like were like I was like, oh cool, yeah, I just couldn't take Asta.
I mean, the magical
I don't
school
know.
trope is as old as time. That really didn't do anything
Yeah,
for me.
But he wasn't in a magical school.
they're
And
like
it's a
wizards.
magical school.
It's
They're literally it's essentially the same thing. They're in training. They're getting taught magic. They're going on missions and shit.
yeah.
Like it's magical school shit.
Listen, man. it ramped up for me at 80 episodes. I don't know why. Maybe
That is
I had too much time.
insane.
I had too much time on my hands. That's what I'm saying. It got really lucky. Like I
I
had
didn't
too
do
much
that,
time.
bro. That is insane. You
It's
gave that. You gave that. And if you said it ramped up for you at episode 80, you gave that motherfucker all the rest of the chances you had left over for life.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He's in the negative, dog.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
not no anime is gonna get a chance from Jody until he turns like 35.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like nowadays, I don't have much time anymore. So if something doesn't catch me, it's like I'm on that Ariana shit. Thank you, next.
That's a
But
good song. I'm not gonna lie.
honestly, that's kind of pretty much all I could say about Perry. That I had to skim through it just to kind of get through it, and then like even after I got done watching, like the first couple episodes, I didn't know what the hell was going on or what they were doing, so I just had to I had to like read a review on it and read more of the manga stuff, and that lets me know where I'm at with that.
It's a very,
I
very
don't know about y'all.
uninteresting world, uninteresting MC. There's just I don't know, very definition of mid. But at least it doesn't have like bad animations. Forgot what was
Correct.
that one episode? What was that one anime that I was complaining about?
Oh, that season just ended too because that
Yeah,
season was
yeah,
long.
it just ended up.
With the chick with the
Bro,
ponytail.
I'll put it in here. I need y'all to see what I saw because that was the most dog shit animation that I have seen in years.
What's the
I
anime
forgot
called?
because that shit was also dog water. But I'm sure I can find it later.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I got. I don't know about y'all too. How y'all feel about it?
Yeah, this one didn't really. Man, like the first episode, I was like, when you like shit, one of these. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to, you're like, oh fuck, gotta get through it. So it was like that.
I me honestly, I give it a lazy 4 out of like 10.
I'd probably settle around there too. 4, 3.5, 3.8.
Yeah,
I'll still give it a 5. You know, something I'll half watch while I'm eating. Something that I'll
nice,
play
nice,
in the
nice.
background a little bit while I'm browsing or whatever.
All right. Well, let me ask real quick. Since you said 5, what are the good aspects of it, Aaron?
It's not so much good aspects. It's not the worst aspects that I've seen. So when I say 5, I mean like the very definition of mid, right? It doesn't have bad animation. It has like okay animation. It doesn't have an awful soundtrack. It has an I soundtrack, right? The story's not good.
Mm,
It's not the worst, but it's nothing to write home about, right? It's straight down the middle, very mid. Um, I used to keep a my anime list in detail. I need to go back to updating that. But yeah, I keep
all
this
right.
around 5, in the hopes that
Gotcha.
maybe it picks up later on.
Well, folks, you heard it here at Lazy A. Let us know what y'all think in the comments. On I parry everything because I parry. I don't know what the rest of the title is, but let us know what your thoughts are. Anybody else got anything?
No, I think
Nah,
we've all come to the consensus that none of us really enjoy it like that.
not at
So
all.
unless there's a big bowl of frosted fucking flakes next to Aaron,
God,
it's not getting
no,
turned on.
hey, that'll do it. That'll do
Yeah.
it, man.
All right.
I
So,
bro hug the fuck out some frosted flakes. Oh God,
yeah.
What?
God bless. Fucking
So next time we'll cover dates
for
with
the
my stepsis.
No.
maybe he
All
will.
right, like, share, comment, subscribe. All right, Jody killed it. See you guys
Yeet.
next time.